Spetsnaz Logic, how are you doing? Welcome to the party. We're doing a lot of vibe coding today. I'll peek at the LeetCode daily first. But I really want to vibe. I might not even do a full stream because I got so many things to do, man. I wasn't gonna stream today, but I decided I have to. At least a little bit, since I missed on the weekend, you know. I didn't stream on Saturday. Alright, are we ready? Am I live? Yes, I'm live on YouTube, live on Twitch. Here we go. LeetCode daily, and then vibe coding action. Here we go. Man, if you guys do not have Claude Max, what are you doing? Are you a real vibe coder if you don't have Claude Max? That's what I've been asking myself lately. The scientist, what's happening? New shades, new vibes. Yeah, these are these are my vibe coding shades. Look like that soccer player. Which soccer player, man? Plays soccer? People play soccer? Dang, I'm not doing a hard problem. I don't got the brain juice to do a hard problem. A 36% accepted hard problem. David's Egger. Who's that? No, what? Edgar Davis? Nah. I can't even see. Everything is so yellow. I mean, what do you think? Dude, alright. You know there's like computer vision glasses and they're always yellow tint. Do they really help? Or is it just gimmick? Alright, I guess I'm gonna skip the daily problem. Should I at least read it and think before I should skip it? Alright, let me read it. Count the number of arrays with k matching adjacent elements. You are given three integers n, m, k. A good array of size n is defined as follows. Each element in array is the inclusive range 1 to m. Exactly k indices I, where I equals 1 less than n. Vertizoid, thank you very much. Dang.
Vibe coder in the house.
Vibe coder is in the house. Wait, I don't know if that's a reference to Ali G in the house. One of the best movies of all time. Clistar, thank you very much for the sub. 28 months. Jesus Christ. Is this a reference to in the house? Anyways, alright, let me add those subscriptions. So we got Vertizoid with 1 month. Very nice, very nice. And we got Clistar with 1 month. Alright, there we go, there we go. Thank you so much. What are we doing? We're trying to read this problem, see if we could do it. Where satisfy the condition where adjacent elements are equal to each other. Man, I can't do this. I can't do this. Forget LeetCode today. Daily problem's too hard for me. Saddam from YouTube, what's happening? Are you starting any new project or web apps soon? I want to follow from the beginning. Am I starting any new projects soon? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'll be working on TypeBlazer. I think it's still pretty, like, TypeBlazer is still such a young project. I haven't even added authentication to it yet, so I think it might be okay to follow along that one. It's not built out too much yet. Let's do a random zero track. Oh man, Leetway, why are you trying to pressure me, man? Alright, random zero track between what difficulty? Between 1600 and 2000 instead of the daily. Alright, 1762. That's what I need to do, man. Always trying to make me do LeetCode out here. I'm a vibe coder these days. Greatest sum divisible by 3 or bag of tokens. Man. Which one? Which one? Alright. If I have done any one of them I haven't done yet. I guess I have done I've done this one. I have not done bag of tokens. Let me do bag of tokens. Bag of tokens, you start with an initial power of power, an initial score of 0, and a bag of tokens given as an integer array tokens, where each token's I denotes the value of token. Your goal is to maximize the total score by strategically playing these tokens. In one move, you can play an unplayed token in one of the two ways, but not both for the same token. Face up, if your current power is at least tokens I, you may play token, losing token I power and gaining 1 score. Face down, if your current score is at least 1, you may play a token, gaining tokens I power and losing 1 score. What? Is this just take it or leave it? Daily code, what's happening? You found your shades. Brent Arata, I bought some new dang shades. I can't find my other dang gunners. I don't know if I lost them in a move or something. There's a few items that I can't find after I moved a couple times. But I just bought these. I went shopping in the mall for these, man, and then I looked up the price online, and then I just went home and I bought them online because it wasn't even close. It was like a third of the price online, man. I don't know what they're doing in Sunglasses Hut, trying to steal my money. Which cam do I got? I got a Sony ZV-E1. Alright, here we go. Let me try and do this real quick. Take it or leave it. I'm gonna try. Well, let me look at... I don't fully understand the problem. I'm not gonna lie. So let's see. Input tokens and then power 50. What does that mean? That means we start with that much power and a score of 0. A bag of tokens. So for everything, the answer is 0. You cannot play the token face down, but also you cannot play it face up since your power is less than the tokens. I have the first version, Sony ZV. I don't even know what that means. This first version. Is there a ZV only? Yeah, I don't know much about these cameras, man. I just got this camera a few months ago. ZV-1, I see. Not the E1. Yeah, I don't know the difference or anything. I just know the ZV-E1 is supposedly using some, like, the FX sensor, FX3 sensor in it, but it doesn't have a few things, and it doesn't have the fans and stuff, so it's almost the same camera as the Sony FX3, but for like almost half the price. Anyways, here we go. Take it or leave it. So let's say we can't play this token face down or face up because our current power is not much. So you can play it face down. Wait, let me look at 1,000. There's 1,000 tokens, and each token can be up to 10,000. Face down? What you talking about? Face down? Man, I should be able to do this, huh? So if I did a take it or leave it, power 150. I can't even play that. How do you play a face down card? You need at least one score? Let me read the rules again. Like if I played this face down, wait, face up, then I gain 1 point, and I lose that much power, so I have 50 power. And then I could like play this one face up. Alright, let me look at example 3. It has way more tokens. Play tokens in this order to get a score of 2. Play token 0 face up. So we use 100 power to play that. We get 1 point. And then you want to do this face down to get more power. Then you play that one face up. Then play that one face down. Hector Jazz. Man, what are you talking about, man? Wait, Crunk Master Cash, how you doing? Does that mean they give you change out of the options in tokens? Give you change? No, I don't think they give you any change, man. So you take 1 point away, then you put 1 point and 1 point. So it's like, man, is this really take it or leave it? Or is it some type of greedy problem where we always want to play the biggest tokens face up, like to gain more power, and we want the smallest tokens face down, right? So I wonder if it's just a 2-pointer problem. But man, these constraints make me feel like it's some type of n squared, you know? Looks like Hector Jazz is vibe chatting. Oh yeah, Hector Jazz. I didn't read all that because it looks like an AI prompt, you know? But let me see what you're saying. In a world where AI can solve any challenge often better than average programmers, we must ask ourselves, should we continue to invest time in honoring our algorithm skills? This isn't a conflictive stance, but rather a philosophical question about our approach to these challenges. While engaging in this nerdology can be enjoyable and rewarding, it can also fall into the recreational category, much like chess has. We must consider the implications of AI capabilities. What do you think? Man, I think as long as they use these types of problems for interviews, people will always be practicing them. But if they stopped using algorithms for interviews, then it's gonna just become like a recreational solving thing. That's what I think, man. And I've like stopped leak coding as much, man. I don't really find it as enjoyable to compete in the contest when there's so many people using AI. I don't like, you know, it's not, I don't get as much joy performing in the contest knowing that so many people have an advantage over me. I think it's a real problem, man. I think this AI stuff is really messing with the competitive programming scene for sure. But what can we do? You know, life goes on. I only do it because jobs ask for it. Maybe one day they'll ask me for my AI setup. Yeah, maybe. All right, should we try some type of greedy approach? 2-pointer. I'm gonna try it, man. I'm not sure. Who will have the better shades? That's the real question. Yeah, who will? Not too sure about that. All right. So let's say we start off with a score of 0. We have these tokens and we have our initial power. Let me go ahead and sort these tokens. If AI develops the ability to perform all tasks, coding or otherwise, any human activity would be relegated. What? To the recreational category? Yeah, what would we do then, man? Everybody's just gonna do whatever they want and chill. It's just everyone's chilling all day. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen, man. Everybody can't chill, can they? If that were to happen, I think there'd be a lot more crime, man, because people would have so much time and they'd be bored. And they'd start doing dumb things because they're so bored. AI is just a tool, can't do anything on its own. Well, not yet, man, but we'll see. Anyways, let me try and get through this dang LeetCode problem so I can show you some vibe coding, man. So we're gonna say we should just play a card face up if we can, right? And if not, we should try and get more power. So if the left, how do we know we can play it? If we have enough power to play it. So if token L is greater than our power, we should play it. Otherwise, we should play a power card face down, right? How do you do that? So if the score is greater than 0, then we can do that. Like that. And then if they're both, we can't do anything, then I guess we're at like checkmate and we should just return our score. I don't know if that's how it works, but I'm gonna try. Oh shit. How are we gonna play that token? Oh, that should be less than equal to. My bad. Not greater than or equal to. Uh-oh. Oh, because after this we gotta decrement our score. I must admit that until recently I defended the importance of having strong training and education in algorithms. However, I believe this perspective will evolve over time. I'm not ready to surrender to AI just yet, but denying its capabilities would be foolish. Who will benefit the most from AI? Probably someone with more training. That still presents a significant advantage. Yeah, maybe. I don't really know what's gonna happen, but I do know that using AI has been so exciting for me, man. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I've been vibe coding the whole weekend. I even skipped the contest on Saturday on the stream. Like, I didn't even stream, man, because maybe I was so caught up with vibe coding. I'm not even lying. I went on a vibe coding marathon, man. I must have done like a full-time job over the weekend on the vibe coding. Anyways, how... Oh, maybe I should like remember the highest score that I've ever achieved. Let me see if that changes anything. I don't really know if this solution is gonna work, man. Doesn't feel like it, but it does work. Interesting. You see, if I didn't see the dang constraints, I wouldn't even second question like this solution. This is a n-log-n solution because of the sorting. But I could probably get this even better because the tokens are like only up to 10,000. So we could probably do this in like power. I don't know if that's faster or better. But either way, man, I was second guessing if this was the correct solution because it only has 1,000 tokens. I was thinking some n-squared solution, but I just thought about it as like, man, it sounds like you only want to play the low tokens for points and use the high tokens for power, you know? But I can't prove that it's right. It's like a greedy solution, I guess. Those are always hard to prove. But there you go. The ones who will benefit are the ones who have access to the models up until the point they develop sufficient autonomy. But don't we all have access to the models now? Alright, here we go. So let me tell you about Claude Max. I don't even know. Wait, what were we working on? Let me load up my projects first. I don't even remember where we left off, man. I also didn't. I've been on Linux on my main PC the whole time. I haven't even been on Windows this whole weekend. I did not get a chance to turn my streaming PC into a Linux machine though. I gotta do that soon. I gotta do that immediately, man. I don't know why I'm still messing around with WSL. Public facing ones, they are undoubtedly private ones. Oh yeah, for sure. But are you saying that only the companies that have these private models will survive? Is that what you're saying? Man, what were we doing last? Let's see if I can just say, what were we working on last? So everything, man, there's so much junk to commit to. There's no way to predict that much. Yeah, I don't know a way to predict anything, man. Alright, I gotta set up this whole thing nicely. I think we left off, we're doing some authentication. I think we have a plan, but I don't remember what the plan is. Hopefully the AI has a plan. There it is, authentication plan. Alright, so we're somewhere. Man, I've been integrating, like I've been making Claude keep track of issues on GitHub and all types of stuff. I'm about to set everything up for this this repository. My belief is that truth always finds a way to be stranger than fiction. Maybe. Everything is wild these days, man. Wait, update, install, restart to apply. All right, we gotta update some things here. Also, should I use WSL? What's the name of this thing? CC usage? Claude code usage? Yes. I've been using this to like see how much money I've been using. Let me see if I can just run it here. Dang, 21 bucks? We gotta get these numbers up, man. This is just for this machine. $21. Alright, by the time we end stream, we need to be touching at least 100 bucks here, man. I'm paying $200 a month to get access to like a set amount of credits and whatnot for Claude. So if I'm only, I mean, I've used a lot in my personal projects off stream, but man, we gotta get these numbers a lot higher. So we're gonna be doing a whole lot of vibe coding, man. All right, let me see what it's talking about. Is it done? Working on implementing auth system. Most recent work. All right. Let me just say, can we clean up? Wait, what should I? Wait, this has... I want to clean up all these commits and stuff, man. I don't know how GitHub works, though. I don't even know. Alright, here we go. Let us create some GitHub issues to track the remaining work for auth. Let me see if it can do that. This is how, like, I've learned, like, you gotta do this in order to keep the context for Claude code good. Otherwise, because, you know, you have to, like, clear the context every so often. So you have to figure out ways to save the state somewhere. So maybe, like, GitHub issues is a good place to try and save some of that state. So right now, I just told it to just create a bunch of issues for each of the steps so that we can track the work. And then, you know, because you want like an independent AI to be able to go into your repository and figure out what to do independently of like old sessions that you've had with it. So I think before I was trying to do everything in one continuous session without like creating things and tracking issues. But over the weekend I've discovered that creating, like, being organized is very, very helpful. Not just for AI, but life in general, but especially for vibe coding, man. So I'm trying to tell it, go make all these things. Let's see. I'm not even really, like, these dang issues aren't for me. Wait. Create a GitHub issues.auth and no. I want you to actually create the issues, man. What are you talking about? I want you to create an actual GitHub issue with all the details, not in a markdown file, but in the actual GitHub thing. I don't know how to explain it. How do you resize monitor to take 2/3 of your screen with cam? Man, I just only use 2/3 of my monitor. I don't resize it, man. I have a bunch of stuff behind. Man, maybe can I? I'm not resizing my monitor. That's how it looks. It's no black magic. It's just using a smaller portion of my monitor. All right, let me see what it's doing. What is it actually creating? Yes, create the issue. Don't ask me again, just do it. Jesus Christ. GH not found? Uh-oh. I mean, there's no repository, man. All right, let me try and set this up. I guess I don't have. How do you install this? Wait, do I do all this? Alright, don't look at my passwords, man. In Rosis, what's happening? How you doing? What is my password? What's new? Not much, man. Just out here trying to vibe code effectively. That's about it. Hepta5 in the house. How are you doing, man? I'm installing GitHub on my WSL real quick. Alright, what is it? So I install it and they're asking me to authenticate. Alright, let me authenticate real quick. One second. Kushi Negi, what's happened? I think I'm going into depression. I don't know why. What's going on, man? I'm no therapist, but I don't know. What's the code, man? What's the code? Man. Hold on, my bad. I'm doing authentication stuff for my GitHub. I gotta give them my authie, all types of junk. Are we ready? Authentication is complete, it says. Oh man, hey, I don't have a. All right, this time I don't have a repo, but I think I have two separate repos. I don't know if that's ideal. It doesn't feel ideal. There are two repos, one in each folder. AKSR41, what's happening? How are you doing? Wait, what are you talking about? Hepta5 says, we be using cursor for everything? There's a desktop GitHub? Wait. No, we're not using cursor for nothing. We're using Claude code for everything. Kushi says, in everything I am lacking. My exams was not going well. Parent wants to do something I do not want. Man, how hard have you been trying? Have you been really studying and also failing exams? What do your parents want you to do? What do you want to do? And how much effort are you actually putting in? You know, you're not going to get good results if you don't put in effort. Cool shades. Thank you very much, AKSR. These are my vibe coding shades. All right. So I'm telling this dang AI to organize my GitHub repos and create issues to track all the remaining work for authentication. And let me see. Yeah, you can run those things, man. Are you taking the VEP? You never know, man. Hey, oh, yeah, you're in KNI, right? You got the good VEP, man. You got the dang August 19th no more working VEP. Are you taking the VEP? For those of you who don't know, VEP means voluntary exit program. It's basically a voluntary layoff. Like you just volunteer to get laid off and they'll give you a severance package. I don't want to, I'm scared. Yeah, I guess you just got here, man. So yeah, that's what people say. They say first they hit you with the voluntary layoffs, then about a month later, you're gonna have involuntary layoffs. So I think it is scary if you don't want to get laid off, for sure. Because you know it's coming, man. At least that's what it feels like. Pretty much what they did with P&D. P&D means platforms and devices. These are all product areas or organizations at Google. So I'm in Google Core. P&D had voluntary layoffs a few months ago. P&D is platform and devices like Android, and I don't even know what else is in P&D, man. Android is the biggest one I know. And now two more orgs have gotten offered VEP, which is the voluntary exit program, Core, and KNI, which means knowledge and information. Knowledge and information has orgs like search, Google search and stuff. Did you get one? Yeah, I got offered one. I implemented Union Find one of my recent CLs. Hey, that sounds crazy, man. AKSR, if that's true, man, are you sure you actually implemented Union Find from scratch or something? That sounds nuts. I've never heard anything like that in my whole life, I swear. It's crazy. You taking it? I don't know. We'll see. Submitted? Dang. So somebody reviewed that and they're like, yeah, Union Find is lit. Let's go. I mean, I don't know what you're working on, but that's crazy. Alright, so I just thought to make these issues, and then now what do you suggest we work on next? Alright, I need to like submit a bunch of this stuff into the branch. I had to do it for one of my use cases. Wow. I mean, that must feel good to actually use an algorithm at work. I've used some techniques that I've learned from LeetCode at work. I think one of the main ones is like doing some type of bucketing, like a bucket sort type of thing. I've done things like that, you know. Wait, what is it saying? Based on blah blah blah. Dual user flow. What does that even mean? What the hell is dual user flow? Explain like I'm 5. Alright. Kushi says, I gave my 100% in this exam. It's also going well, but second exam I am doubting, and for aggregates it requires to pass in each exam, so I think pass out the exam, but doubting if I failed. I don't know what you're saying, man. But sounds like you're not doing too bad, because you say it's going well. So you're saying you did good in the first exam, the second exam didn't go so well, and then it's an average of all of the exams, so you're not sure if you're gonna pass. Dang. What can you do? Hey, sometimes you fail, and then that you just gotta keep on keeping on. I've failed, or I've had to repeat a couple of classes when I went to college, man. It's not the end of the world. You get another chance, probably. Alright. Dual user flow means your app works for 2 types of users. Guess? Oh, yeah, that's what I want. That sounds perfect. Perfect. Before we continue, let us make sure our auth phase 1, what's it called? Super base. Wait, should I merge this? I don't even know. How do I see? What the hell is all the phases, man? There's phase 1. Let's just merge this. Branch is up to date and merged into the main. I'm gonna just to do all that stuff real quick. The work is good and my teammates are cracked, so I don't want to get laid off. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you just got to the company this year, I think. So, man, that would suck if you got laid off. Hopefully you don't, man. Alright, we're trying to vibe code here, so I'm just kind of telling the AI some instructions and making it go off and do its own thing. Hey, there's something that I've been running, some problems that I've been running to in my own vibe coding, personal vibe coding sessions. One of them is when I try and spawn multiple tasks, I'm getting errors where it can't. I guess I didn't think of how the agents commit code when there's multiple things working. It's like if you just have one thing make the branch and it's change the branch, it starts to commit to the wrong branches, man, when I have 2-3 things going on at the same time. But apparently there's a way to make sure that they don't get mixed up. And I've been checking out this Claude Code best practices. I haven't read the whole thing, but I know this is the section that I need to incorporate into my flow. Using get work trees. I don't know anything about get. I don't know anything about work trees, but let me read it real quick. This approach shines for multiple independent tasks, offering a lighter weight alternative to multiple checkouts. Get work trees allow you to check out multiple branches from the same repository into separate directories. Each work tree has its own working directory with isolated files while sharing the same get history and reflog. What is that? Using get work trees enables you to run multiple Claude sessions simultaneously on different parts of your project, each focused on its own independent task. This is what I've been doing over the weekend, but I haven't been doing it with get work trees, and it's just been causing a mess, man. So I think I want to try get work trees. For instance, you might have one Claude refactoring your authentication system while another builds completely unrelated data visualization components. Since the tasks don't overlap, each Claude can work at full speed without waiting for the other's changes or dealing with merge conflicts. Alright, I'm gonna just tell it to... Wait, do I have to... Dang, I gotta do that? Alright. Looks like I gotta actually do that stuff. Alright, some tips. Use consistent naming conventions. Maintain one terminal tab per work tree. If you're on iTerm 2 on Mac, set up notifications for when Claude needs attention. I'm not on iTerm 2 on Mac. What am I building? I'm building Type Blazer, a typing game. But I'm also trying to improve my vibe coding abilities, man. I thought, like, when I first started my vibe coding journey, I thought you just talk to the AI and that's what vibe coding is. You just tell the AI what to do. But that's what it is. But there are techniques involved that make you a more effective vibe coder, man. And I've been trying to hone my skills in these techniques. One of them is just knowing how to like organize the agents so that they can work in parallel. Another one is like there's a weird way, like if you're on Claude Max, there's a weird like critics thing, like you can hit the limits. Each session on Claude is only 5 hours, so if you go super hard and you got like 6 different agents doing a bunch of things, you're gonna hit that limit in like 2 hours or less. I imagine orchestrating concurrency for agents would create some unique challenges. Well, yeah, these are some of the things that this article addresses. It's like, how do you do that? And when you can figure out how to do that, it's like magic, man. It's like really watching a bunch of robots go build everything you ever dreamed of, man. So we're trying to do all this stuff. Wait, Kushi from YouTube, sorry. Never feels to you that it's over now. How to start? What? How do you find the right path for you? Man, that is a deep question. I'm not sure how you find the right path. Sometimes the right path just shows up at your doorstep, you know. But I think whenever the right path finds you, you need to be ready to go down that path, man. I think everybody gets the right path at some point in their life appear to them. But you gotta be willing to walk down that path, I guess. When you see it, you'll know it. I don't know. All right, here we go. We were trying to set this Claude stuff up to be more... Wait, what is it doing? Yeah, merge this authentication stuff that we got so far, and then we're going to try and spawn off some multiple projects, you know. Or multiple agents to do a bunch of work. Wait, do we need a new terminal? What terminals do people use for Windows? Windows terminal? Come on, man. Is that it? Should I just use that? I mean, I'm using the dang VS Code terminal. I guess this is okay. We got multiple tabs right here. Alright, let's see. Hey, did I eat dinner today, man? I'm hungry. Yeah, I did. I had Wingstop today. Not supposed to be eating that stuff, but I had it anyways. Alright. I didn't tell it to switch any branches, man. Let's go. Well, let me do some quick cleanup stuff. Hey, now I'm thinking, should I just have everything in one big repository? I don't know if like managing it this way is a great way. I guess we'll find out as time goes on. No more cursor. Yeah, I haven't used cursor in like a week. Alright, what are we doing? What are we doing, man? We are trying to tell it to... Alright. Let us look at the GitHub issues and to see what work remains. And can you tell me if we can parallelize any of this work? It's better than VS Code. What, cursor? I'm not sure, man. I started using cursor. It was my first AI IDE I've used, and I really liked it. And now I've switched to just using Claude Code only. And there's like an open source version of the Claude Code that allows you to select LLMs that aren't Anthropic. And I haven't tried that one, but maybe that's bumping. But Claude Code has been really great for me, man. Don't understand the hype. The hype around what? Cursor or Claude Code? Or have you tried it out? I think you can use plugins for normal IDs that accomplish the same thing. Yeah, you can. Yeah, Cursor is just the most seamless integration into an IDE, probably. I hear like in other things, you might have to set up your own API keys and stuff like that. But on Cursor, you just pay them and they handle everything for you. You don't have to worry about all the other LLM API keys or anything, man. You just go, and then you select which LLM you want, and then you're using it. But they do up the price on a lot of things. I think especially for the Claude LLM stuff, man. They say Opus Max is like way more expensive than it should be. Cider essentially does the same thing, but is restricted to just Gemini. Yeah, the Cider thing sucks though, man. Well, can I say that out loud in public? Let me stop talking about that. Anyways, what are they saying? All right, let's not parallelize anything right now. Let's just write me a prompt to give a fresh session all the context it needs. Alright, here we go. I'm about to I'm not gonna try and do too much things in parallel because I think our code base right now for Type Blazor is pretty small. So I think maybe right now is not a good to parallelize anything. Are we planning on adding AI integration into this app? No, this is just a typing thing, man. Or maybe I'll add some type of AI analyzing your typing history, maybe something like that. Who knows? All right, here we go. So I just told the LLM to write me a prompt to feed the next session that I'm about to do, because something that you got to remember when you're vibe coding, you got to clear your context often. So what I'm doing is I just told it to write me a prompt, and I'm going to clear my context. How do you copy, man? Did I copy? Wait, let me just make sure it's copied. Yeah. Alright. And then I clear the context. And then I hit them with my prompts. Wait. It says I need to... Wait, what is it talking about, man? I shouldn't have done that. I just exited, and then now it's not running. No, the Claude thing don't work? What'd I do, man? Jesus Christ. I mean, no such file or directory. What does that mean, man? Should I try a new... Is this WSL problems? Oh lordy. How do I see NVM list? Alright, now it works. What the hell, man? That was weird. Anyways. Jesus, now I lost my prompt, man. Come on. Oh, good thing I copied it up, pasted it up here. Jesus Christ, man. Alright, there we go. Alright. I'm gonna tell it to go do its thing. Should we check in our usage? So we're at 5 books today, man. Wait, is that right? It's not 15th? No, maybe that's not right. Jesus. What am I doing, man? Why is this date wrong? Maybe it hasn't registered anything here yet. We'll see. Alright, I'm trying to just implement a bunch of stuff, but I also need to maybe I can build so I can see what the things look like. Let me try and figure that out. I'm gonna try and figure out how to build a server. Man, do I have sound? Where's my audio at, man? It's crazy. There's my sound. All right. Hey, what the hell is this thing doing? It's taking so long. It's not done yet? That's crazy. What is it searching for, man? Alright, this is what my weekend's been looking like. I just tell it to do something and then I just do something else while it does it. What do you think you'll do after you take the buyout pay package? Man, who says I'm taking it? You guys jump into all types of conclusions. But if I were to take it, what would I do, man? Does Google have a buyout package? Yeah, don't defense. They just announced one last week. They just announced one, but it's not company wide. It's only for a few orgs. And don't defense wants to do a little type racer while Claude is thinking over here. So let's do some type racing. AI startup, Vibe startup, yeah, definitely not AI startup. Does that mean layoffs are coming? That's what people say, man. That's what people say. I mean, layoffs are definitely coming. They're voluntary layoffs for now. But layoffs have been happening like every week on a small scale. Like every org or team, there's some team that always has layoffs, you know? It's just like winter. Yeah, it's coming just like winter. You should just take it for them to get the required headcount. Wait, why should I take it, man? What do you mean I should take it for them? You should take it for them to get the required headcount, man. Why do it have to be me? Take one for the team. Chat there and Simon on the bus. Yeah, why you want me to get cans, man? System 32 Miro, what's happening? Thoughts on Claude Code SDK? What is Claude Code SDK? I don't really have any thoughts on that. Alright, here is the type racer. We're gonna do... Oh, thank you for that follow, System 32. We're gonna do... first race is the warm-up, second race is the championship round. Oh wait, I forgot to turn on my type racer camera. How will he avoid vibe coding for our stream? Afford vibe coding. Wait, what? Wait, so people like you are safe? Dang, we're not even in the same org, man. Anyways, hold on. I gotta go to type racer mode. It will have to do for now. Alright, here we go. First race, warm-up, second race, championship round. I didn't even send the message in the Discord. Alright, here we go, here we go. Warm-up time. Dang, 125 don't defense. Pretty fast. Dang, 110 Clistar. What the hell was that, man? That's the craziest speed I've ever seen Clistar type in my whole life. Off stream, on stream, anywhere, man. That's crazy. But not fast enough. I was in the groove. Yeah, I've never seen it type so fast. That's impressive. My my reign as the fastest typer in the house is in danger. All right, here we go. Man, there's only us in here. That's crazy. Where's Q? Where's No Condom Chris? Where's Pixel Pusher? Anyways, championship race. Here we go, man. It's about to go down. Anybody who ain't here is late. Man, I messed up so much towards the end. Don't defense, you got lucky, man. The commitments word messed me up. Alright, don't defense 103, Clistar 95, very nice. 103. I tried to defend the board, but I could not. I have 95% accuracy, so I got unlucky and still won. Yeah, you're just the fastest typer out here these days, man. Don't defense. Let's take a look at the leaderboards. Look at that. Don't defense with 103 miles per hour, and that was the 53rd win. Wait, you guys can't even see that. 3 people play type racer is not fun. Where were you, AKSR41? I didn't see you in there, man. Should add a requirement next time for a minimum number of competitors. Nah, I've never had that. It's like whoever wants to get in there, the less people there are in the race, the easier it is to get on the board. But I will always be in the race, so you always have to get past at least whatever I type. And I'm like just on the border of triple digits, you know? So basically you have to type 100 or faster to have a chance, a decent chance to get on the board. Hack with K. Hey, what's happening? Alright, let's see where the vibes are. It's doing something. Yes. Do that and don't ask me again. Who has the most number of wins? Pixel Pusher has the most by far. You can see here. Pixel Pusher, then No Condom Chris, then Don't Defense. Let's see, man. Is this really doing all this stuff? Would be funny to have a final boss stage where you compete against LLMs. LLM? That sounds... Why? For what, typing? That's insane. 91 is Ronaldo level. Yeah, I think Pixel Pusher is going for 100 wins, and then he says he's gonna retire. Alright, let's see what the hell... Man, how long is this gonna take? Are we gonna sit and watch it go through all these things? That's what I've been doing this whole weekend. I've just been giving it prompts and watching it work. I've managed to rack up a lot of usage, like 600 million tokens I've used or something. Let me show you. Let me show you a screenshot of my usage on my other machine. Look at all that usage, man. I've been hitting it hard this weekend. 1,300 bucks. So this doesn't mean I paid this much money for it. What this means is this is how much this would have cost if I was using API credits on Claude Code or in Anthropic. This is so bullshit. What are you talking about? Cheating on us? What are you talking about, man? Normal rate? Yeah, this would be the normal rate. Just backs, welcome. Cheating on us? What are you talking about, don't defense? I don't do everything on stream. Sometimes you gotta do things off stream, you know? So I've been working on my own personal projects just to, like, see what it's all about, man. So that's what I've been doing on the weekend, and now we're trying to bring all those techniques here to this stream, working on TypeBlazer. Q Ultimus, how you doing? Wait, I don't think this is true. What do you mean, AKSR? What's not true? My usage? You don't think this screenshot is true? Ultra Think? Oh wait, I didn't tell it to Ultra Think. Thank you for practicing on your own time so I don't have to see that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I gotta practice so that when I come on stream, I'm a little bit more prepared. The $1,300 figure, why do you think it's not true? Because it's a lot of money, or because the numbers don't add up? I'm getting these numbers from this thing called CC usage. Everybody's using it, man. Honestly, I'm doing some of the same stuff. Been vibe coding too. Very nice. So this is just looking at your usage and calculating how much it would have cost based on the API price. So, but I'm using the Claude Max plan, which is $200, and it gives you like not unlimited, but it's like a flat rate, and you get a certain amount of usage out of that. Everyone coming out of the vibe closet? It's not a closet, man. My previous startup was an LLM wrapper. It would cost us 10 cents for every open AI request on average. Man, I don't know how many requests I've sent, but it talks a lot, man. It goes back, I don't know. I mean, 600, how many tokens on a request? I guess each request could cost more depending on what the task is, you know? So this is a lot of coding and design work for this much cost. And this is basically running like 2 or 3 sessions a day, so about 15 hours of vibe coding on at least on the 14th and 15th. Maybe 2 sessions on the 13th and 16th, you know, like not very intense sessions. But like right now, it's been vibing for like many minutes by itself without me even inputting anything. So imagine like 6 of these Claude workers working in parallel, using up the same tokens and the same, you know, usage on their one account, man. It probably adds up over time. That's expensive fast. Yeah, but it's flat rate, man. This is flat rate. $200 a month is what you pay for this. But if you're just using API credits, it would be that much more. So I bought this last week on Wednesday, so I'm not even a week old on my accounts, and I've used up a lot. Smart Coder, how you doing, man? Vibe coding shades. I just got these today, man. That's what they are, vibe coding shades. They're sharp. Thank you very much. Alright, maybe we might be almost done here, and then we can see what's up. They make you look smart. That's the idea. Or at least something. They make me look something. I don't know if smart is the word. Man. You guys think this is gonna work? Anyways, I also said I might not do a full stream today because I have a lot of stuff to do. So we're approaching the halfway mark now. I don't know if I should continue, man. We have a bunch of guests visiting this week, so I gotta do a lot of cleaning, you know. Is 90% of the time vibe coding is just waiting for a response from the AI? Just backs. Yeah, kinda. I mean, if I was doing like more thorough vibe coding, maybe I'd want to look at all the code before I actually merge it in, but I don't want to look at the code, man. So you're telling me that $200 is practically unlimited amount of vibe coding. Can you convert dollars to time spent? Hey, smart coder, I am telling you $200 is almost unlimited amounts of vibe coding. I have hit the limit 2 times over the weekend, but each window is 5 hours. So if you hit the limits in that 5-hour window, you just have to wait until that window ends and a new 5-hour window begins, and then your limits reset. That's why it's so crazy, man. Everybody's doing it. I swear, everybody who's like a real professional vibe coder is on this $200 Claude Max plan. So 5 hours is crazy low. No, it's in a 5-hour window, you can't go over a certain amount of credits. Is it a one-time? It's a monthly purchase, $200. So they explain the pricing, Claude Max pricing somewhere. They explain it somewhere. So I'm on the 20. I think the 100 is too small. You just gotta go 20x for the 200. Man, I'm conflicted on even telling y'all about this, man. If you guys don't know about this, I'd like to keep it quiet. But I talk too much. I probably shouldn't have told you, because now more people are gonna use it. And that means it's probably gonna end soon, you know? If everyone is on it like that. Wait, he's saying it's a low amount of time for a window reset. Oh, yeah. Man, where is... Alright, here it is. The usage limits. They tell you exactly how it works somewhere, man. Right here. The number of messages you can send will vary based on the length of your messages, including the size of the files you attach and the length of your current conversation. Your message limit will reset every 5 hours. We call these 5-hour segments a session, and they start with your first message to Claude. If your conversations are relatively short, with the max plan at 5x more usage, you can expect to send at least 225 messages every 5 hours. And with the max plan at 20x more usage, that's the one I got, at least 900 messages every 5 hours, often more dependent on the message length, conversation length, and Claude's current capacity. We will provide a warning when you have a limited number of messages remaining. Yeah, I see that limit all the time. I haven't seen it here yet on stream though. It's like 2,400 a year. Yeah, if you pay for the whole year, man, you don't need to pay for a month though. 200 a lot is a lot per month. But for what you're getting, what if I said, hey, I'll give you unlimited filet mignons for $200 a month. But you can only eat one filet mignon every 5 hours. Would you be like, no, that's too much money. That's $200 is too much a month, man. It's not worth it. It's kind of like what's going on right now. All right, maybe not even filet mignons. Maybe something even more baller. Like, all right, we'll give you, what's more? All right, filet mignons and lobsters. You get unlimited fillets, unlimited lobsters, 200 a month. But you're only limited to 10 lobsters every 5 hours. You know, like, I'm paying for that, man. 200. Where can I get that deal? You can get that deal on Anthropic. I feel like I'm giving them free advertising, man. I should chill. I can't save it for the next 5 hours. Wait. I mean, you can get fresh ones every 5 hours, you know. Wait, better you can cook it up and sell it. Yeah, you can cook it up and sell it, man. So, I mean, yeah, 200 Anthropic should sponsor you. Brett, what's happening? I think they should, man, but I'm just a small timer. Wait, should we check out the work? That's what Anthropic is selling right now. Filet mignons and lobsters for a flat rate of 200 a month. It's crazy. So, normally, all right, if you're only running one agent at a time, it's very unlikely you'll hit those limits that they're talking about on this page. To hit those limits, you gotta start to do parallel agents stuff, you know. So that means you gotta run at least 2 or 3, maybe 4 agents at the same time. And I promise you, you're gonna hit the limit when you do that, man. 100% you're gonna hit that limit. We're affiliate link? Yeah, can I sign up for Anthropic affiliate marketing program? Would you ever go for short hair? Man, probably not. Only if I'm forced to. Or something. Maybe if I start going bald. Hear me out. If you ain't converting that 200 per month into foot traffic, I don't know if it's worth it. Well, it could be, but how do you know if you don't try it? How are you gonna convert 200 a month into foot traffic if you don't even try it, you know? Long hair or no hair? Nah, I like my long hair. I like my long hair because it takes a lot of time to get to this point. You can't just wake up one day and decide, you know what? I want long hair. you gotta have that vision from early on, and you have to stay committed to that goal for many years, you know. So somebody with long hair, you know that they're super persistent, and they've been through a lot. They've had a lot of thoughts about maybe cutting their hair, but they have strong willpower. That's what I think long hair represents, man. It's like you're committed to the cause, and you keep on keeping on. Icy Black Deep, what's happening? It's play money. Yeah, $200 a month. All right, I'm not trying to say it's play money, but for what you're getting, and for it's being so related to the industry that I make money in, it's like I think everybody should just pay the $200 for at least 1 month and really use it for that month just to see what you're missing out on, you know. I had long hair for many years, but decided the upkeep, detangling, and washing drying wasn't worth the hassle. Yeah, I haven't reached that point yet, man. I think it's alright for now. I'm just used to it, maybe. Did you just use 500 tokens to a npm run dev? Hey, I don't even know what I did. Did it? I mean, 500 tokens, that's chump change, right? Your work should pay for it? Not my work. Do they pay for that stuff? I don't know. Does it count? For hall pass? Maybe. Alright, so let me just run the front end, run the back end real quick. Wait, that's what we're trying to do, right? How do I run this? Oh, I have to do this from a regular man. I don't remember how to do anything. Maybe this is the latest version, hopefully. Alright, and they tell me to npm run dev. I wouldn't even buy this for $50, not gonna lie. That's probably because I'm broke. Hey, AKSR, you can't be saying that, man. You can't be calling yourself broke when you're clearly not. That's crazy. This guy's making premium, US premium location at Google money. You can't afford $50 a month. $100, $200. What if I share my password? No way. Alright, here we go. What did it do? It applied the authentication. Let me see what it told me to test. Bobby Blue, what's happened? Did someone in Google Cloud team vibe code too hard? Nah, who knows what happened there. Hey, was it, I've been reading, was it even Google's fault? Who knows? People forget what being poor is like once they make the big bucks. Now, I think people who get paid well like to pretend they're broke. I mean, I do it sometimes too when I'm not poor. I'm not broke. This is the most non-broke I've ever been in my life. But sometimes you like to pretend you are, you know. I'm not rich or nothing, but I'm very like working in big tech. If you're broke and you're working in big tech, man, you got some money management problems. Or being definitely being broke is relative. All right, if you can't afford $50 a month, man, and you're working at big tech, you got some money management problems. Program, what's happening? Welcome. Yeah, I guess being broke is relative, but you should be able to afford a comfortable life on a making $300,000 a year or more. You know, I don't care where you live in the U.S. You should be able to afford a comfortable life, man. All right, where are we going? Where are we going? So it say test. AKSR probably saved 90% of his income, got himself broke. Hey, maybe. I mean, you never really know what people's financial situations are. But I think it's far from being broke, you know? All right, what are we testing? Authentication. Sign up, create new account. That's what we're testing. Doesn't even work, man. Should I tell it? Man, when I try to click the sign up button in the top right, nothing happens. What LLM am I using? I'm using Claude. Opus, to be exact. Also, you can prioritize spending on charitable causes over personal assets. Yeah, I guess you could do that. You got a huge house, student loans, brand new car, and child support. If you can't make 300K work, yeah, then if you got all those things, I guess you're broke. But you got a lot of things, so have a big ass education loan, man. Education loan, I guess. I don't know how big those things get. You could probably pay off your whole education loan with your salary in 1 year, though. That's not that crazy. What tech company am I at, or is that too personal? I'm at Google. They get really big. I guess it can. If you went to like Ivy League, I suppose you could be paying like 300,000 for student loans or something. 400K. I don't know anything about Ivy League expenses, man. Wait, what? Did it finish it? Man, I should have been watching what the LLM was saying. It says look in the console. Yeah, and it says go here. All right, that link made the modal open for sure, but you need to fix the button in the top right. Ultra think on what to do to fix it. Maybe Anthropic? No, man, I don't work at Anthropic. If you get a postgraduate degree at an Ivy League, it can be quite pricey, not worth unless you're rolling in cash. Megathink? Yeah, Megathink is one step below Ultrathink. Alright, let me try and see if this thing can fix that, man. Hey, I said I was gonna leave early. I might end up just staying, but I should leave. I got a lot of things to do, but I feel like I need to like accomplish something, you know. We haven't really done anything except maybe push a commit, or you know, we didn't do anything, man. Hey, maybe I should try this in incognito. Maybe this is not a drop down? Like what's going on here? Oh look, playing as guest. Alright, LLM will figure this out. Exunya from YouTube, what's happening? What are we doing today? I'm working on a completely vibe coded website called Typeblazer, and it's just a typing game. Right now we're working on adding some authentication to this so that users can sign up. But this is, I'm just talking to the AI and making the AI do everything for me. So this is how far we've gotten by vibe coding. Alright, let me see. They tell me it's fixed, but I don't believe you. Man, is it even working? Maybe it's like maybe something else is going on here. After I gotta tell you, even the free version of Claude has been worth it. I made coding interesting again. Hey, that's how I feel, Q. I feel like building things have become so much fun for me the past few days, just vibe coding. You know, it's like basically you can get all your ideas to work and you don't really have to think too hard. You just have to be persistent, I guess. Isn't Opus really expensive? It is really expensive, but if you have the flat rate max plan, it's not so bad. If you spend $200 a month on it, it's maybe that's expensive, but for the amount of usage that you can get, it's really great. Man, do I gotta tell this thing? The button doesn't work, man. The button. Is this a button? What is it called? Yeah, it is a button. The button in the header does nothing when I click it. This is a very important feature. I need you to ultra think on how to fix this. If I cannot get this feature working, I will lose investor money. I wonder how Opus compares to Sonnet 4. I've been using 4 extensively. I don't know. I've used Sonnet a little bit. A lot of people online say that Opus 4 is so much better and it usually gets things right eventually. But it is expensive. So if you're not on the Claude Max plan, you better be really rich to be using Opus all the time. I can show you a screenshot program of my usage over the weekend. This is how much all my Opus 4 usage would have costed me if I had paid for API credits, but since I'm on the Claude Max plan, it's only a $200 flat rate. So if you want to use Opus 4, I'd say the only realistic way is to just get the Claude Max plan, man, because if you don't have that, you're gonna pay so much more money. I think they just want everybody on that max plan. That's why they're making it such a great value. I suspect the value is gonna be so insane for now, and in the future, as more people adopt it and more people get like addicted to it and they can't live without that, they're gonna start increasing the price or decreasing the limits, you know. Pretty typical strategy. Yeah. So if you want to get in on this action right now, you better do it soon before it's no longer here. Maybe it might even be grandfathered in, man, just like how old time phone plans maybe got grandfathered in if you had unlimited data or something. I don't know. I don't think that's gonna happen, but you never know. Alright, you think they fixed it? Let me see. Man, why does dang button not work? This is the part where I would switch LLMs and give it another LLM to try and figure it out. But we're on Claude Code, so we're limited to Anthropic LLMs. I'm going to create a new session. Please write a prompt to give the new session all the context necessary. Might have to code? No way, I'm not coding, man. This is vibe coding stream. They just buy more GPUs. If they raise the prices, people will jump ship. Yeah, we'll see what they do. They will have AI lawyers by that point that can poke holes into the EULA. I don't know what that means. But you can pass the context to a new session. Yes, Q, this is a technique that if you're consistently hitting the context limits, actually, if you're serious about vibe coding, man, you need to be using this strategy. Every new task, you should start a brand new session with clear the context. And then to take over, like for the context to persist, either you can use GitHub issues, or you can use some type like the Claude MD file to track some progression or something, track like latest state. Or also, when you're switching over to a new context, you just tell it to write your prompt to summarize. So that's what I'm doing right now. And then I'll clear, and I'll just paste. So now it has a fresh context, and it should be a lot cheaper and faster maybe to do things now. I was joking they would find ways to get out of grandfathering people. Oh, I see, about the grandfathering some. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Hey, Q, if you also want to be serious about vibe coding, you need to read this article. Everybody should read this. It's called, I don't remember what it's called. Anthropic. Yeah, this is it right here. This has some really good techniques if you're using Claude Code. I think you can apply these techniques to other LLMs as well. But man, I haven't gone through the whole thing, or I haven't implemented all of these techniques, but they talk about like how to make it more autonomous, where you can run the dangerously skip permissions, but that's really dangerous. But instead you can like give it almost all permissions, but kind of limit the scope to just the folder it's working in. So it tells you so many things, man. You really should read this. All right, let's see what it's talking about here. Do you have a Linux machine? I do, but I'm not on it right now. Right now, I'm just using WSL in a Windows machine, which is kind of a pain in the ass. It was hard for me to set up the MCP server stuff with WSL. There's a few things that could go wrong, but I guess it's all right. My impression was that Claude by far has the best API to work with. Yeah, I think everybody is like really using Claude for coding the most. It's difficult to stream from Linux. I haven't tried to stream from Linux. So you want a temporary use that? . Man, should I solve this myself? Yeah, this is something that I struggle with too. I don't know when I should get in there manually and try and do things. Lately, I mean, I know at some point you gotta like review code maybe. So I've been trying, I guess, binary searching how much manual intervention I should have. And I guess my binary search starts from 0 manual intervention, like 100% vibes. I'm not doing anything manually. I'm just trying to let the LLM solve everything. But I don't think that is the way to go. I think there's some balance between trusting the LLMs to do most things and then doing some of the work yourself. Review code? Yeah, I'm not trying to review code, man. But I think it is necessary still. But I'm not trying to do it these days right now. Dang, my times must be weird. But I guess we're getting some numbers bumping a little bit more. Alright, the sign button now should work correctly. Alright, let's see if it is lying to us, man. Jesus Christ, it doesn't do anything. Alright, we're gonna go in and we're gonna fix this manually. How about that? 3 times we tried, or you know what? New strategy. I'm gonna bring in Gemini 2.5 with cursor before we go in manually, man. We don't have time for all that. Does not work. Alright, let me load up cursor. Let me open up the type Blazor stuff. It's been a long time, cursor. What's happening? Gemini 2.5 Pro Max. What is the context there? Like, where's this user thing? I don't even know where it's from, man. Guest user display? Alright, off button. This is the context we need. When I click the sign in button, nothing happens. I think a modal is supposed to pop up. Can you fix this? If you cannot fix it, don't tell me you can. Let's see. I've heard having different LLMs review each other's code output can be a good strategy. Yes, it is a great strategy. In fact, it doesn't even have to be a different LLM. One technique that people are saying to use is once you do a PR and you open up a PR, you should get a new session without any of the context from the previous session to review that PR, like as somebody without any bias, you know, and it works well too. Alright, let's see. Yes, I'm having trouble with the sign in button. Is that covered on the Anthropic article you posted? Yes, I think it is covered on that. Let me find it. It's like yes. Somewhere here, man. Yeah. A simple but effective approach is to have one Claude write code while another reviews it or tests it. Similar to working with multiple engineers, sometimes having separate contexts is beneficial. Use Claude to write code, run clear, or start a second Claude in another terminal. Have the second Claude review the first Claude's work. Start another Claude to read both the code and the review feedback. Have this Claude edit the code based on the feedback. That is what I was talking about. That's what you gotta, like, vibe coding isn't just about saying build an app and then have an AI do everything. You gotta use like certain techniques. You're basically a manager, and all of the Claudes are your reports, and they're all L3, L4. Some of them are interns, and you gotta manage them, man. You gotta tell them what to do. You gotta implement strategies and workflows that works for the team. You know, you're basically an AI CEO, man. You got an AI company of robots, and you gotta tell them everything. So you're a manager who is also SDETQA, yeah. Prompt engineering, the future of junior dev, the future of every dev, man. It's really cool, I think. Put that on a resume. I vibe coded this. All right, I think if you put vibe coder on your resume right now, the industry ain't ready for that yet, man. They're not ready for that term. They're not ready to take you seriously yet. But just know, if you're out there vibe coding, you are the future. Don't let that stop you, man. They're just not ready for the truth, man. Anyways, I feel like I'm talking nonsense more and more. The deeper I get into vibe coding, the more I feel like I don't even know the word. It's becoming religious, yeah. I'm becoming indoctrinated, man. It's crazy. Anyways, let me see. It's still thinking, man, but it's pinpointed the problem. Wait, accept. Do everything. Do everything. Don't ask me, man. Just do it. The International Brotherhood of Vibe Coders. Yeah, but it's 2025, man. It's gender neutral vibe coders out here. Those glasses are actual vibe. Krunal, what's happened? Welcome. Thank you. Alright, I said, man, I really said I was gonna stream short today, and I'm approaching 2 hours. But I really want to see if I can fix this dang button not working. I feel I've been so unproductive today. On stream, at least. I haven't gotten into the flow on this computer yet for the vibe coding. That's why. But we're gonna get there. Not for this computer, but also for this project. I don't think it's at a point where we can effectively work in parallel yet, you know. Still never installed a Vue extension for VS Code. Hey, where's that extension, man? I don't know what you're talking about. This thing right here? Should we? Should I install it? Look at that, 3 stars. Ugh, I just install some junk. Anyways. Don't need it if you're never gonna read the code, yeah. I'm not trying to read it, man. Hey, did it just finish? It appears I'm in the loop. Necessary change has already been implemented, so I'll stop here. Alright, let me try it out. Man, nobody can do it. They can't do it, man. I think I gotta get in there myself. Or just keep... I don't even know what I'm looking at here. Should I just keep trying? It does not work. Oh man. I might have to actually try and read it myself. But the problem is I don't even know view. I know zero view. So it's like, what am I gonna be looking for, you know? Nothing. Who knows? Alright, how do I close this thing? How do I get rid of it? Man. Get this thing out of here. Alright. I'm clicking the dang button, nothing happens. Let me try it incognito. Oh, maybe nothing happens. Alright. Maybe because there is nothing to happen. Maybe it's not a dang drop down menu or anything. It's just a placeholder for now. I wasted so much time on that, man. And it's because I was already logged in. There's nothing to click. I'm gonna tell it. Let me apologize. But we gotta fix that. Okay. Everything is good. See ya. Alright, we'll leave that there for now, man. But let's try and sign up. Let's try and sign up with email password. Let's use +3. Invalid. Oh, sign up, sign up. Oh, choose my username. Username would be testuser3. Is that really gonna work? Should I check my super base? I'm checking my super base right now. Oh, look at that. Test user. Wait. Display name. Wait, what was my username? Test user 3. Email not confirmed. Come on, man. Let me confirm my email. Alright, I just confirmed it. Oh, look at that. Alright, it actually, we do have authentication now, man. Let me try and do a multiplayer room, man. Let me try that. Let me try that real quick. But look, it still shows. Oh yeah, we got some weird things going on with these names. Alright, anyways, I think I gotta go because there's so much things I gotta do at home. I gotta clean up a bunch of stuff. But I'll continue on Wednesday, and maybe on Wednesday I might have a long stream, like a longer than usual stream. We'll see. I already said it, but I was gonna say I didn't want to make any promises. But I'm gonna try to do a longer than normal stream on Wednesday to do some serious vibe coding, because I think we're at the point now where maybe we can start doing some fancy stuff. If I get Juneteenth off, yeah, I get Juneteenth off for sure. But I got other things to do. Go be a responsible human. We don't have robo maids to clean for us yet. Yeah, not yet, man. Looking forward to the longer stream you promised. I didn't promise nothing, man. Come on. Alright. Man, I don't want to go because I feel like we're just getting good at the vibe coding. And I want to really show everybody how crazy this is. But it's gonna have to wait until Wednesday, man. I'm sorry. Man, you know, I was this close today to telling y'all I'm gonna be taking a break from streaming. I was so close to going on like a 2 or 3 week break just to vibe code the rest of my max plan to full capacity, because clearly I'm not gonna hit the crazy limits I've been hitting if I have to stream all the time. At least not initially. I think I get more focused when I'm off stream, and since like I'm paying for this 1 month for $200, I'm just gonna go try and build something crazy for the next 3 weeks and then report back. But inject tokens straight into the veins. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do for the next 3 weeks. But I think I won't do that, and I'll try and share as much of this journey as possible on stream. I'll be doing the Monday Wednesday thing for vibe coding, and then I don't even know if I'll be taking the LeetCode contest anymore, man. I've been really thinking about that. I didn't take the contest last weekend because I was too busy vibe coding. So I'm not sure. You're gonna have to stay tuned to find out if I continue doing LeetCode contest. I think I should, but wait, don't do it? Pseudo Mateo, what's happened? Don't do the LeetCode contest, you want me to vibe code instead? We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, I gotta go clean, man. This dang, we wasted time because this dang thing looks like a drop-down menu or something, but it's not. It's nothing, man. Can't believe they tricked me. Alright, we gotta go find somebody to raid. Who's it gonna be? Anybody vibe coding? Nobody vibe coding, man. I'm the only vibe coder out here. That's crazy. I'd really thought there'd be more vibe coders, man. Who should we go raid? Hey, there's nobody on right now. That's crazy. We're at the top. It's a little bit nuts. Alright, anybody have recommendations for who to raid? Should we raid Aaron's? Michael Deming? Somebody new to streaming? I usually like to raid new people. Some guy working on a video game. Nobody? Pixel art. Should we hit this guy? 1 viewer. Oh, vibe code. Let's see if this guy is real. Oh, this guy is... This is the one, man. We found it. I knew there was somebody vibe coding, man. Alright, here we go. We're gonna raid this person. I don't know what they're about. First time ever raiding them. First time even visiting their stream. But they're doing AI art and vibe coding. I like those things. So let's see what's up. He got some cool hair too. Wait, you can't even see what I'm looking at, can you? This is what I'm looking at. We're about to go raid this person. Alright. See y'all later. Thank you very much for tuning in. Software Tools, Icy Black Deep. Crunk Master Cash, thank you very much for tuning in. Everybody from YouTube, if you're out there, thank you very much for tuning in. Q Ultima, see you later. See you next time. Wednesday might be a extended stream. Pseudo Mateo, Spetsnaz Logic, thank you. See you next time. Who else is out there? Brent Arata, Program. Adios, amigos. Krunal, see you later. And Dice Stouts, adios. Clistar, have a good night. See you soon. Everybody else, all you people lurking, I'll see you on Wednesday for a vibe coding session. We're gonna do crazy vibe coding, man. We're gonna try and hit $200-300 for the stream. Smart coder. See you. Everybody, see you.